This weekend marks 9 years since American journalist and Marine veteran Austin Tice was kidnapped in Damascus, Syria. Tice, whose reporting helped McClatchy win the George Polk Award for war reporting on the Syrian civil war, turns 40 this week. The Georgetown law student's parents, Mark and Deborah Tice, continue to plead for his release.
We are really measuring more by action, which is what we don't see. And the only thing, Lester, that we have asked since 2012, 9 years, 3 administrations, is direct diplomatic engagement with the Syrian government.
Tice has not been seen or heard from since a proof of life video released in 2012. But his parents, they have not given up hope. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken said in a statement that it's within Bashar al-Assad's power to free Austin.
Wow, I can't imagine how harrowing. Well, joining us now is Lisa Matthews. She is an Associated Press journalist and the 114th president of the National Press Club. Lisa, welcome to Faith Nation. You know, as someone who's been following Austin's case closely for years now, can you help us read into Secretary Blinken's statement? What was he saying to you?
I think, thank you so much for having me, first of all. The situation with Austin Tice has been very important for the National Press Club, and along with Mark and Deborah Tice, we have not given up hope on getting Austin back home safely. But I think what stands out most in Secretary of State Blinken's statement is what he didn't say. For a while, there was always the question of proof of life, questioning whether Austin is still with us or not. And I think that's something that we take as a hopeful sign that that's not there anymore. We know that Austin is still alive. We've seen statements from various senators, including Virginia Senator Tim Kaine and others on the Hill, who have expressed their sentiment that how important it is that Austin be returned home safely. So I think it's more about what's not there.
Interesting. The Biden administration is reviewing its Syria policy. Is it possible that a diplomatic channel could open up between the U.S. and Syria in order to bring Austin home?
Well, we certainly hope so. You know, last year we did see, President Trump did make a statement last year that he was going to do all he could do to bring Austin Tice home. At the time, Secretary of State Pompeo basically echoed what the president had to say. So I believe, and we are very hopeful that what we've seen, and even though it's just a statement at this point, is a signal that there have been discussions going on behind the scenes that we're not seeing. And
a little bit of
yeah, go ahead.
I'm so sorry. Please continue, Lisa. I did not mean to interrupt.
No, it's all good. I was just going to say that it just gives us a very hopeful sense that there are discussions going on behind the scenes and that we will see some progress. And we're very hopeful that he will be free.
What I was going to add was a little bit of background for people who might not be as familiar with Austin Tice, is that he hails from Texas. He was raised Catholic, homeschooled, and the eldest of 7 kids. I understand you spoke with his 11-year-old niece recently.
Yes.
How did she describe Austin? And we only have about a minute left.
Well, I'll tell you, Maya is 11 years old. She loves her uncle. Seeing her, she's very conversant. Every year that she's grown up has been a year without her uncle, and she's very hopeful to have him returned, and the whole family is.
Austin's captivity has lasted 3 administrations. Is this a matter of the U.S. not prioritizing his freedom? And what can people do at home to bring him home? Just a few seconds left.
Well, I would say, first of all, that just like the Tices have said, the Biden administration needs to let those who are making those diplomatic waves know that Austin Tice is a priority. Some things that people can do: you can wear your Austin Tice band in support of Austin Tice, to free Austin Tice. You can also sign a petition that we've launched at change.org. It's change.org /freedom, free Austin Tice.